This is the Baccarat Master, and I'm so excited today to share with you an unbelievable new Baccarat system that I've been using in the casino this week, and I think you're going to love it too. And today we're going to put this new system up against an unbelievable system in itself, and we're going to start with that one first. And you don't want to miss either one of these because this is going to be an epic battle to see which one makes the most money in 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to be on a banker for $10 to start. We're starting with 9,263. And here we go. Okay, we started out with a loss. All we're going to do in this one is count our losses. We're going to be, we have one loss right now, and now we have a $20 bet instead of 10. And we won that one, so fantastic. So when we get a win, we just go back to 10. So let's do that. And now we're on banker for 10. Again, we're going to keep track of our losses. And when we get a win, we're going to reset that total. And that's a nice 6-3 win there. And we'll just rebet that on banker for $10. Okay, and that's another nice win. Great start. And we'll rebet that on banker for 10. So when we switch to player, I'll let you know here soon and what you need to look for. But right now, we're just counting the losses. That's one loss. The reason it's one loss is because when you get a win, you reset your count to 0. And that's a nice win there. So our count resets to 0. And we go back to $10 on banker. And we won again. So now we go back to banker for 10 again and deal. Okay, that's a 7-0 loss there. We'll go 10-20 and we have one loss. So once we get to 3, that's going to change. So let's keep track of our count. That's just a tie, so we're going to rebet and deal again with a $20 bet on banker. And we won again, so that resets our loss total back to 0. And we go ahead and deal. And let's see what we get here. That is a loss, 8-0 loss with a natural 8 on player. So we will go to 20, and that's one loss. All right, here we go. And that's a loss again. So now we'll go to 30. Now we have 2 losses, and let's deal. And we lost again. So actually, I'm sorry, that was 3 losses. So when we have 3 losses, we're going to switch to player, and we're going to go to 40. And the reason I know I lost 3 is because we lost at 10, we lost at 20, and we lost at 30. So let's go ahead and deal, and here we go. And you can see there were 3 players on the left-hand side there. Okay, we won that one. Fantastic. So we go from 40 back to 30. And now we're going to stay on player until we have 3 consecutive losses. Okay, and we won that one, so it resets to 0, and we go back to a $20 bet from 30. Our loss count goes back to 0 is what I meant. And that is a tie, so we'll just rebet and deal again here. And we lost that one 9-0. The banker had a natural 9 there, which is awesome. If you get 8 or 9, it's a natural, and it stays. You don't have to draw any more cards. And we're gonna we're going to. You can see we were on player for 20 and we lost, so we'll go to 30. And let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and we lost that one as well. So now we have 2 losses. So we'll go to 40. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, we just have 2 because that one before that was a tie. Let's look at that last bet there. And yes, we'll be on player for 40 now. And deal. And we lost again. So that's 3 losses in a row. We're going to go to 50, and then we're going to be on banker. So anytime you lose 3 in a row, you switch from player to banker. And you stay there until you lose 3 in a row again. And we lost that one. So now we'll go to 60, and we have 1 loss. All we have to do is keep track of the losses and be patient and use our bankroll to our advantage. And that's a win. So we'll go from 60 back to 50, and that resets our loss count back to 0. Okay, and that's another loss, 5-0. That king didn't help us much there. Now we'll go to 60. And if you ever lose track, you can just look up on the left-hand side there. You can see we've had 1 loss, and that is a win. So that resets us back to 0 on that count, but we go from 60 to 50, back 1 unit when we win. So we're going up 1, down 1, and that's a nice 9 there. That's perfect. So we'll go 50 to 40 now. And again, we're not going to leave banker until we have 3 consecutive losses. So here we go. So we got Ooh, that 3 was not helped by that 7. That's 0. So we're going to go back up to 50. Now we have 1 loss. And let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and we lost that one. So 9 to 7. So we'll go 50 to 60. And deal. Okay, we have 2 losses now. And we lost again. That's 3 straight losses. You can see that on the left-hand side there. So now we go to 70 and we switch to player. And let's go ahead and deal. And this keeps you from losing on streaks. However, right now we're just losing. So we have 1 loss on player. Let's keep track of that. And we'll go to 80. And we have to be patient and work our way back down. That's a tie. So we'll just rebet and deal. And obviously you want to cash out with this when you get back to a smaller bet amount, and that means you're going to be up. So we won that one, so we go back to 70, and that resets our loss count back to 0. Let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and that's a nice win. We'll go back to 60 now. Be nice to have a good run on player. Let's go ahead and deal. All right, that's a natural 9. Man, that's awesome. So we'll go back to 50 on player. And deal. We won again. It's finally turning our way. That's why you got to be patient and use your bankroll to your advantage. Now we're going to be at 40 on player. Let's see how long we can get this this run to go here. And that's another win. All right, so we're going to go to 30 now. And this, you can see the system we're using is really helping us take advantage of these 5 wins in a row right there. And here we go. And oh man, that could have been really good, but we tied. So 2 natural 9s. That doesn't happen very often. Let's go ahead and deal again. And we won again, a natural 8. So again, natural 8s and 9s, you don't have to draw another card. And let's see here. We'll be going from 30 back to 20. And remember, I told you it's always good to cash out when the bets get low, and the bets are starting to get low. So we needed to check and see how much we're up. And let's see here. We were at 88.43, and we're already at, I'm sorry, 92.73, and we're at 92.48. So yeah, we're up a good amount, about 150 bucks. That's awesome. So let's look at our last bet there. We were at 20 on player. Let's go ahead now, and you can see player 1. So we're going to go back to 10 on player, and let's go ahead and deal. And the banker won that. So now we have 1 loss, and we'll go 10 to 20 on player. Okay, and we lost that one. So we will, that was an 8 to 2 loss. We'll go back up to 30 and deal. And you can see we've lost 2 in a row now. Okay, and we lost 3 in a row. So we're going to go from 30 to 40 and switch back to banker and deal. So doing fantastic so far. And I can't wait to share with you the new system of the day coming up. It's going to be unbelievable. And that is a loss. So we'll go 40 to 50 and deal. So we have 1 loss. And we lost again. Now we have 2 losses. So we'll go 50 to 60. Up 1, down 1. And here we go. And that's a win. So we'll go back to 50. And we reset our loss total back to 0 when you win. And we lost that one, so it's back to 1 again. We're going to go 50 to 60 and deal. And we'll take an 8 to 0 win with a natural 8 and 0 for player there. That's really good. So now we'll go from 60 back to 50, and we're still on banker. Our loss total is 0 because we won. And we lost that one, though, so we're back to 1 loss. And we'll go up to 60 and deal. Okay, and that is a win for banker there. So we'll go back to 50 and deal. Okay, and the banker won there with the natural 9. That's awesome. So anything beats that player 0 there, though, with the 6 and the 4. So we'll go back to 40 now, and we'll be on banker. We took advantage of a nice player run. It'd be nice to take advantage of a really nice banker run as well. And we got another natural 9. The natural 8 for the player was pretty good there, but didn't get the win. So we'll go, we got the win though, so we'll go 40 to 30. And here we go. Okay, and we won 9-6. Not a natural 9, but it's still a win. We'll go back to 20 now. And again, when you're playing, you don't have to play for a full 15 minutes. We're doing that to test it out. But if you get up a good amount and the bets get low, that means you're up a lot. It's time to cash out. So now we tied that, so we'll just rebet and deal. And here we go. Okay, so let's see here. That was a win for Banker with a natural 8. And we'll be back at 10 on Banker. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and that is a win for Banker. So we'll stay there and have a $10 bet, not on tie. That's not a very good house edge on that bet. So we'll be on Banker for 10, and that's a tie. So we'll just rebet and deal. And here we go. And that's a loss there, a natural 9 for the player. So we'll go up to 20, and now we have 1 loss. We need to keep track of those losses again. And here we go. Okay, now we have 2 losses. So we'll go up to 30 and deal. All right, here we go. And that's a win for the Banker with 8-6. So we'll go back to 20 and reset our loss count back to 0. Okay, and the Banker lost that one. So now we have 1 loss, and we'll go 20-30. And we're up a lot now, so this is doing fantastic. And that's a win. So now we'll go back to 20 and deal. We're going to be on Banker for a while as long as things keep going well like this. And we just won again. So now we're back to 10. And again, the bets get low. That's as low as it can get. You know we're up a ton. So here we go. Okay, and that is a win for the Banker. And we'll stay at 10. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and the Banker won, so we'll stay there for 10 and deal. This is doing fantastic. Player won that one, so now we have 1 loss, and we go from 10 to 20 and deal. Again, we're going up 1, down 1. And the player won that one, so we'll go 20 back to 10. And we're going to be on player until we lose 3 in a row now. Okay, we got that one, so we'll stay at 10 on player and deal. Okay, and we lost that one, so we have 1 loss. So we'll go 10 to 20 and deal, up 1 unit. Okay, the player won that one, so we'll go 20 back to 10 and deal. And again, it'll take 3 losses in a row for us to move back there. There's 1, so we have 1 loss, and we'll have a $20 bet on player, up 1 unit. And both zeros, my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and rebet and deal. That doesn't happen too often, both zeros, but it can happen. All you have to do is get to 10, or and then they go back to 0. So, or just have a face card. So we'll go. That's a loss. So we'll keep track of that. And you can see on that last bet there where we were at, we're going to go 20 to 30 now, and deal. Okay, and we lost that one. So now we have 2 losses. We'll go 30 to 40 and deal. And we lost again. So we'll go to 50 and switch back to Banker because we lost 3 in a row. And here we go. Okay, that's a tie. So we'll just rebet that and deal again. I can't wait to get to that new system of the day, but this one's doing awesome as well. So let's go ahead. That's a loss there. So we'll go 50 to 60. And again, anytime you want to cash out, make sure it's after you worked your way back down. Or if you're just up a good amount that you're happy with. That's a loss there. So we've had 2 losses in a row, and now we'll go to 70. So if we lose this one, we'll switch back to player again. But we got the win. That resets our loss count back to 0, and we go back to 60. So let's do that and deal. Okay, we lost that one, so we have 1 loss, and we go to 70 and deal, up 1 unit. Come on. All right, look at that 9 come in with after we had a 0. That's awesome. So we'll go back to 60. Whoops, let me fix that. I did it again. There we go. Let's go ahead and deal with the $60 bet on Banker. And we won. So we'll go back to 50. Let's work our way back down. So we'll have maximum profit again. And we lost that one. So we'll go back up to 60 and we'll have one loss. Let's go ahead and deal. And that's a good one there. That's a natural 8. So we'll go back to 50 and reset our loss total to 0. All right, here we go. And we lost that one. So we have one loss and we go back to 60. And let's go ahead and deal again here. Okay, and that is a win for Banker, so we'll take that win, and now we'll be at 50. And let's go ahead and deal again here. Banker won, so we'll go back to 40. It'd be nice to get on a good run here and get back down to a $10 bet. Oh, that was a great 7 there at the end to get us to an 8 total. And now we'll be at 30 on Banker. That was great. Here we go. That's another win. Now we're down to 20. So again, you want to cash out when you get bets low like this. It means we're up a lot. And let's see what we get here. Okay, that is a loss. So we'll go 20 to 30. Now we have one loss. We keep track of that. And here we go. Okay, and that is a win for player there. So we lost that one. We'll go to 40. And let's see, we have 2 losses now. If we get another one, we'll switch back to player. And we did lose, so we switch back to player, and we'll go to 50. All right, you can see the 3 losses on the top left over there. And we won that one, so we go back to 40, and we'll stay on player now until we have 3 consecutive losses. Okay, and that's a win, so we'll go back to 30. Let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and player 1, awesome. So we go back to 20. And let's deal again here. And that's a tie. So we will rebet that and deal again. Okay, the player 1. So we'll go back to 10, and this is what we want. Let's go ahead and deal. And that's awesome. So we'll go 10 to 20 after that loss. And we have 1 loss right now. Okay, and that's a loss. So we will go up to 30 now. And then let's see, we've had 2 losses. If we get another one, we'll go back to Banker. Okay, and we lost again. So we go back to Banker. 3 consecutive losses up here. We'll go to 40. And let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and the Banker, let's see, the Banker lost that one, so we're going to go up to 50 now. And here we go. Banker lost that one. You can see the Banker was at 50 and lost, so it goes to 60. Okay, and we have 2 consecutive losses. If we lose another one, we're going to go back to player. And we did, so it's time to go back to player and go back for 70. But we're still up a lot, and but we're still doing fantastic, even though now we're starting to have a losing streak. But I want you guys to see that as well, how to deal with a losing streak. So we're going to go to 80 now, and we have 1 loss on player. And we won. That queen helped us out there on the Banker side. So we'll go back to 70 on player and deal. And we just barely lost that one, 7 to 6. So we'll go back to, we'll go up to an $80 bet. Oops, let me fix that one. There we go, let's deal. And another loss, so we'll go to 90, and we have 2 losses now. If we lose this one, we'll be going back to Banker. And that's a tie, and we'll just rebet that and deal again at $90. Okay, and we won that, so we're not going back to Banker. We're just going to go from 90 back to 80, and that resets our loss totals. And we lost again, so 1 loss, and we go back up to 90. And deal. Let's see if we can get some players here. And that's a natural 8. Fantastic. So we go back to 80, and that resets our loss back to 0. And that's a nice win. Another natural 8. We'll go back to 70 on player. And it'd be great if we could work our way back down again. And we just barely lost that one 2-1. So we'll go back up to 80. Now we have one loss. We're counting the losses, all we're doing. And that's a nice 7-6 win there. And we're going to go from 80 back to 70. And that resets our losses back to 0. Okay, player 1 again. That's a good sign. So we'll go 70 back to 60 and deal. And natural 9 for the banker. That beat us there. So we're going to go from 60 to 70. And now we have one loss again. When we get to 3, we switch the bet. But we just won. So it resets to 0 and we go back to 60. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. And we're still up a good amount, even with all those losses, which is fantastic to see that we're still doing really well, even with all those losses. But we just lost that one, so we'll go back up to 70. But you definitely want to cash out when these bets get low if you can be patient enough to and use your bankroll to your advantage. We're going to go 70 to 80 now, and we have 2 losses. Let's go ahead and deal. And we lost again, so now we'll go to 90. And deal. Okay, that's a good win. So it resets us to 0 and we go back to 80. Let's work our way back down and cash out here. Okay, that's a natural 9. I like seeing that. Now we'll go back to 70. Come on, player. Let's see some players. That's a tie. I thought we were going to get that one until that 8 popped in there for the banker. So we'll just rebet and deal. Okay, and we won that one. Fantastic. We'll go 70 back to 60. That resets our loss total to 0. And we won again. Now we'll go back to 50. This is the run we were looking for. Let's go ahead and deal. Another win, 7-6. Now we'll go back to 40. And remember, this is why you have to have patience and bankroll so you can cash out when things start to happen good for you, even though we just lost that one. So now we go 40 to 50, and we have 1 loss. And that's a nice win. So we'll go back to 40. Let's see if we can work our way back down. And that's awesome. So let's see where we're at now. We actually started at 92.73. So we're up 400 and almost $500. So that's awesome. So originally I gave a number that would have made it a lot more than that, but I think I misspoke on that. But I hope you really enjoyed that one. That's a consistent Baccarat system. As long as you have bankroll and patience, that one can really work to your advantage. You just have to be patient, like I was saying, and wait for the right moment to cash out. Now, though, it is time for the incredible new Baccarat system of the day. I can't wait to share that with you. Let's jump right in and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here to introduce to you an incredible new Baccarat system. This is called the Progressive Recovery System, and we're going to start on the opposite of what hit last and banker for $10. And let's go ahead and deal. We're starting at 97.69. And we started out with a loss. So when we lose with this system, we're going to keep the bet at $10, and we're going to count our losses. We have 1 loss. So we're going to be on the opposite of player, which would be banker for 10. We're not going to increase. Okay, here we go. Okay, and we won. So when we win, what we do is we take the number of times that we lost times the starting bet. And we've lost 1 time. So that's 1 times 10 is 10. That means we stay there. And but now we're going to be on player for 10 because banker won last. So let's go ahead and deal. And that resets our loss total. And player lost that one, so we have 1 loss. So we're going to be on player again, and we're going to stay at $10. All we do is keep track of the losses, and it stays at 10. Okay, so we lost that one. Now we have 2 losses, and we're still going to be on player for 10. Okay, here we go. Okay, player 1. So we had 2 losses, so we take 2 times the starting bet of 10. That's $20. That means the next bet will be for $20. So we'll be on banker for 20 because the last win was player. Let's go ahead and deal. All right, and we won that one. Fantastic. So we recovered. When you recover, you go back to 10. So we will now be on the opposite of banker, which would be player for $10. Here we go. And player one, fantastic. So we'll be on banker now. Opposite of what hit last, and let's go ahead and spin. Okay, and the banker won, so that's fantastic. So we'll go back to player for 10 and deal. And again, this is the progressive recovery system. I think you're going to absolutely love this one. Now we have one loss, so we're going to be on player again for 10. And we never raise the bet over 10 when we're losing. Okay, we had one loss. Now we have two losses. So we rebet at 10 and deal. Here we go. Player one, we had two losses. So we take two times the starting bet of 10. That's $20. That means our next bet will be on banker for 20 because the last we're doing opposites and the last one that hit was banker. So let's try to recover right here. Okay, we didn't recover. So now you need to know what happens next. So when you don't recover, you take how many you were down, which was 2, and you double that to 4. And what you do is you go back to a $10 bet. So we're going to be on banker for 10, but our loss count is at 4 now. So we won. So we'll take 4 times the starting bet of 10, which is 40, and then we'll be betting on player for $40 for the recovery. Let's go ahead and deal. And we recovered, so we go back to 10, and that's awesome. So now we'll be on banker for 10, and let's deal. Starting on the opposites, and never betting more than 10 when you're losing. And we won that one, so now we go to player for 10, and deal. And player won that one, so we'll go back to banker for 10, and deal. And that's a tie, so we will just rebet that and deal. Okay, we won. Fantastic. So now we go back to player for 10. As long as you're winning, you just go back and forth. And we lost that one. So now we start counting our losses. And we're on player for 10. We have one loss. Okay, and we won. So we take 1 times the starting bet of 10. That means the bet stays at 10, but now we go to banker because player just won. Okay, let's deal. Okay, we lost, so we have one loss, and we rebet and deal at $10. Okay, and banker won, so we take 1 times the starting bet of 10, $10. So the bet stays the same, and will be 10 on player. Okay, player won, fantastic. So we'll switch back to banker for 10, and deal. We won, so we switch back to player and bet 10. And we won, so we switch back to banker for 10. And we lost, so we have one loss now. And we'll be on banker for 10 again. The bets never go over 10 when you're losing, so that's the awesome part. And we lost, so we have 2 losses. We'll rebet at 10. Here we go. Okay, now we have 3 losses. We'll rebet at 10. Okay, we have 3 losses, so we take 3 times the starting bet of 10, which is 30, and that will be on player for $30 for the recovery. Now, if we don't get this, we will double that to 6 losses. We did not get it, so we double that from 3 to 6, and now our loss count is at 6, and we go back to 10. So now we'll be on player opposite for 10, and our loss count's at 6. Okay, we won, so we take 6 times the starting bet of 10, which is 60, and we'll be on banker for $60 for the recovery. If we lose, we'll take 6 times 2 and go to 12. And we did lose, so we take 6 times 2, go to 12. Now our loss counts at 12, and we'll be on banker for $10. Okay, we have 12 losses right now. That's a tie, so we just rebet and deal. And all we have to do is keep track of the loss count. And so it's at 12 and we just won. So we take 12 times the starting bet of 10. That's 120. So we'll be on player for $120 for the recovery. And let's deal. And we lost. So now since we lost in the recovery, we take 12 times 2, which is 24. And we go back to a $10 bet. So we'll be on player for 10. And our loss count's at 24. Okay, and we lost that one, so it's at 25 now. Loss counts at 25, and it doesn't usually get this high, but I'm glad you can see what happens if you do have a lot of losses. So it's at 26 now. Okay, we lost again. Now it's at 27. And we won. So now we take 27 times the starting bet of 10. That's 270, and we'll be on banker for $270. Okay, let's recover here on the banker. And we did. There we go. Now we restart back to $10. So I usually use a $2,000 bankroll for this one. And let's see, we'll be on player for 10, and we're starting over now. Okay, and player lost, so we have one loss, and we'll just rebet that at 10 and keep track of our losses. Player 1, so now we take 1 times 10 is 10. The bet stays at 10, and we go to banker. And that's a 0 on banker. That's not good. So we have one loss, and we'll be staying on banker for 10. And all we do is keep track of how many losses we have. And that 10 didn't help us at all there. Now we have 2 losses. Okay. And we tied. We still have 2 losses. Okay, we got the win. So we take 2 times the starting bet of 10. That's $20. And we'll be on player opposite for $20 for the recovery. If we don't get it, we'll double 2 to 4. But we did get it, so we restart back to 10. So now we'll be on banker for 10, and let's go ahead and deal. And we won, so we'll switch to player for 10 and deal. We won, so we'll switch to banker for 10 and deal. And we won, and I love when it chops back and forth like this with this system. And here we go. We won again. Now we go back to player for 10. And let's go ahead and deal. And we lost. So now we have one loss, and we rebet at 10. Okay. We won, so the bet stays at 10, and now we switch to player. Because we only had one loss. Ooh, that 7 got us there at the end. So we have one loss, and we'll stay on player, which is opposite. Ooh, that 9 got us at the end there. So now we have 2 losses. I thought we were going to get that one. And we won that one. So 2 times 10 is 20. And we put a $20 bet on banker for the recovery. Again, this is the progressive recovery system. And we lost that one. So we we take 2 times 4. I'm sorry, 2 times at 2. So that's 4. Now we have 4 losses. So we'll be on banker for 10. But the count is at 4 now. We won, so we take 4 times the starting bet of 10. That's $40, and we'll be on player for $40 on the recovery. And if we don't win, we'll take 4 times 2, which is 8. We did not win, so we take 4 times 2. That's 8 losses, and we'll go back to 10. Here we go. So our number's 8 now. We won, so we take 8 times the starting bet of 10. That's 80. And we'll be on banker for $80 on the recovery. If we don't get this, we'll take 8 times 2, which will be 16. But we won, so we start back over. That was a nice recovery, and we're at 9,966. We started at 9,769, so up almost 200 bucks there, and doing awesome. So now we'll be on player for 10 and deal. And we tied, so we'll just rebet and deal. That's a nice win. So we go to banker, opposites, 410. We got it. So we'll go to player for 10 and deal. We lost, so we have one loss, and we'll stay on player for 10. We lost again. Now we have 2 losses. Stay on player for 10. And we won that, so 2 times the starting bet of 10 is 20. So we will place a $20 bet on banker. And if we lose this, we'll take 2 times 2, which is 4, and that'll be our losses. Okay, we did lose, so we take 2 times 2, which is 4. Now our loss count is 4, and we'll be on banker for 10. and we won. So if we take 4 times the starting bet of 10 now, that's $40, and we'll be on player for $40 for the recovery. And we did not recover, so 4 times 2 is 8. That's our new loss number now, and we'll be on player for 10. So our count is 8. We won that one, so we take 8 times the starting bet of 10. That's $80, and we'll be on banker for 80 for the recovery. And that's a natural 9. Fantastic. Now we're over $10,000 up there, so we're well over. Our profit is fantastic for this one, and well over 200 now. And let's go ahead and we'll be on player for 10 and deal. And that is a win for banker. So we lost that one. So we have 1 loss, and we stay on player for 10. Okay, so we'll stay at a $10 bet because we only had 1 loss. So we'll go to banker for 10. Ooh, that 7 helped us there at the end. That's nice. So we'll go back to player for 10 and deal. That's a tie, so we'll rebet and deal again on player. We lost, so we have 1 loss now, and we'll stay on player for 10. And now, since we only had 1 loss, banker for 10. We lost, so now we have 1 loss, and we'll be on banker for 10 again. I have a 0 right now, but that helped with that 7. So since we only had 1 loss, we'll stay at 10 and move to player. And that king helped us out there. That was good. So we'll go back to banker for 10 and deal. We lost barely on that one, 8 to 7. So we'll still be on banker for 10, and we have 1 loss. Come on. And we lost, so we have 2 losses. Staying at 10. Tie, so we still have 2 losses. Okay, and we won that one, so so that's fantastic. So we'll take 2 times the starting bet of 10, which is 20, and we'll be on player for $20 for the recovery. And we won, so we recovered. So we go back to 10, and we'll be on banker. All right, let's see how this closes out, but doing amazing with the progressive recovery system. And that's a loss, so we have 1 loss, and we rebet at 10 on banker. Okay, we lost again. Now we have 2 losses, and we bet 10 on banker. Okay, so we take 2 times the starting bet of 10. That's 20 for the recovery, and we'll be on player for 20. If we don't recover, we double that 2 to 4. But we did recover, so we go back and start over. But we just ran out of time at the 15-minute mark. So I hope you really enjoyed the progressive recovery system. We started this one at 9,769, and we ended up with 10,046. So both these systems today did incredible. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments as usual. I hope you're really enjoying the channel and seeing all the new systems sent in by subscribers in the search for the best Baccarat system ever. And we can do it together as a community, and I really enjoy it. I hope you guys are as well. And if you are, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this community of people that love Baccarat. And this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.